11 years ago. Now make sure you don't drop any eggshells into the bowl, Natsuki. I won't, Mama. Okay, now I'll show you how to mix the icing. Oh! Can you show me how to make the cupcakes look like kittens? Kitties. I like it when you do that. Of course I can. Yay! It's important to learn how to cook, Natsuki. If you learn how to make food, then you can feed all your friends when you get together with them. I want all my friends to have good food. And they will, dear. Oh, it sounds like your father is home. Papa!
Hello, my lovely ladies.
How is work, honey?
Well, we finished that big project and of course the client wants changes.
Papa, Mama's teaching me how to make cupcakes.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm sure they'll be the best cupcakes ever. I hope you'll save the first one for me.
I will, Papa.
Now, Natsuki, you and Papa...
Now, Natsuki, you and Papa both have to eat dinner first. I'll start making it after we clean up here. Oh.
Darling!
Mama? You look tired.
You've been having these fainting spells too often lately. I'm taking you to the doctor.
Honey,
I insist.
Okay. Let's see. I'll take that chocolate one, please. Thank you. Oh, wait. I should probably get Sayori one. She's always complaining about being hungry about this time of day. I bet she'd like a cookie. I'll take a sugar one as well. Again, things. Wow, she's bought 2 cookies. Someone must have dropped a lot of change behind the vending machine today. What does that mean? Who is she? She's this girl in one of my morning classes. She's always tired and she's really mean. Her dad changes jobs a lot. He's like a drunk or something. Everyone knows it. She probably lives in a shack or a box. Oh, that's mean. Don't say things like that. Don't worry about it. It's not like she can hear us anyway. As everyone settles into their routines, I decide to follow the same pattern I did yesterday. I read another chapter of Yuri's book with her, then I head over to the closet where Natsuki is standing. I'm all nervous considering how we left things yesterday, but I'm pretty sure I can win her over. Besides, I need to return her volume of Buffet Girls to her. I managed to finish it last night. It probably won't become my new favorite or anything, but it wasn't bad. Natsuki doesn't seem to notice as I walk over to her. She is once again busy inspecting the boxes in the closet. Hey Natsuki, I got your... Oh, not again! Monica! Stop moving my boxes! The one I want is on the top shelf now and I can't reach it! Sorry Natsuki, it's out of my hands! The classroom teacher needed the space for supplies. I can help you get it down if you want. No, I don't need help. I can do it myself. Alright, if you insist. Natsuki turns to face me. And that goes double for you! Hey, what did I do? Turns toward the closet and looks up at her box. I can tell she is trying to come up with a plan to get it down. I really want to offer help, but I also like my internal organs right where they are. After a few moments of thinking, Natsuki's eyes light up and she steps away from the closet. She returns with a rolling chair. It sits a bit higher than the other chairs in the room, which would give Natsuki just the height she needed to get to her box. However, Natsuki... Not one word. Okay then. Natsuki standing by the chair with a triumphant grin. The wheels on this chair don't roll very well. If I'm careful, I should be able to get the box done without moving. Well, she's got a plan. A crazy, dangerous, poorly thought out plan. But a plan at any rate. I decide to stand by and watch to see if she admits to needing any help. Natsuki moves the chair into position and starts to step onto it. She stops suddenly and shoots me an angry glare. Look. Take 3 steps back! Why? No way I'm letting you pick at my skirt!
Natsuki, I wouldn't even think of doing that!
Sure, I totally believe you. If sarcasm could cut, I'd be bloody ribbons right now. Now step back! I immediately take 3 steps back. I'm not interested in getting Natsuki even more angry with me. Once she's satisfied that I'm far enough away, she carefully steps onto the chair. Sure enough, the chair doesn't move at her weight. I can't help but notice a smirk on her face. She carefully reaches up and puts her hands around the box of manga. I still haven't figured out how to do, like, thumbnails. There's one idea I have for, like, Natsuki and Yuri. Because that's the new CGs that were made for the mod, but anything without the mods, these here, I don't know if I want to always use like the ones we've already had. I mean, if I add them a little bit, maybe, like the ones we've had in the original DDLC, maybe edit a little bit of it. I'll think about it. She carefully reaches up and puts her hands around the box of manga. Almost got it. She manages to get her fingertips around the edge of the box. I can see a look of triumph on her face as she inches the box towards her. Finally, she gets the box into her hands and off the shelf. Unfortunately, the sudden shift in weight causes her to lose balance. She catches herself, but all the movement just causes the chair to roll slightly. Whoa! Everything seems to be moving in slow motion. Natsuki is trying to catch herself, but as she moves, the chair moves in the opposite direction. Natsuki! I start to run towards her, but I'm too late. Natsuki comes tumbling down, box and all! She has already landed on the floor by the time I reach her. Aw, we didn't. Aw. Poor Natsuki. Her box of manga is lying on its side. Several volumes have spilled out onto the floor. Before I can offer to help Natsuki up, Monica comes rushing over. Is everything alright over here? I glance over at Natsuki, then position myself between her and Monica. I don't know her all that well, but I figure Natsuki is the kind that doesn't want other people to make a fuss over her. We just dropped the box. We're fine. We're all fine here now, thank you. How are you? Monica gives me a weird look, then chuckles to herself as she heads back to the front of the room. Exhale and turn around to check on Natsuki. She's already crawling over to the box to get up the spilled manga. I can hear her muttering to herself. Why does everything have to be so hard? I'm not certain if I should offer to help or not, but after a moment of question, the question quickly becomes moot. Natsuki picks up one of her few volumes of manga and stares at the cover. Her eyes widen and her jaw drops. The top corner had gotten folded over in the fall, and now the cover has a crease line across the front. She tries to fold the cover back a few times to no effect. Finally, she tosses the volume away and sits quietly for a moment. I decide this is probably when I should say something. Hey, it's not that bad. If you put it in the box with the other volumes, maybe the crease will get flattened out. It doesn't matter. It's stupid anyway. Well, I can tell she's angry. That wasn't as forceful as I'd expect. Please go away. Leave me alone. Her voice is starting to crack. Despite how angry she is, I can tell she's fighting back tears. Natsuki. Are you deaf? I said go away! Turns to face me. Her eyes are beginning to get moist. You don't know anything about me. You can't possibly understand what it's like to be me. I sure as hell don't want you to feeling sorry for me. So take your stupid grin and plain pick up lines and go bug somebody else. I didn't want you anyway. Tommy! Ouch. I don't see any reason to respond to that. I turn to leave Natsuki to her spilled manga. But remember something I need to do first. I turn back around and gently place the first one for Fey Girls on the desk next to her. I can tell she is looking at it out of the corner of her eye. Then I head back to the front of the classroom. Monster are discussing something. I think I'll try to talk to Sayori when they are alone. Tommy. Okay. I'm okay. Let's see. Looks fine. I don't see any damage to it. But he didn't even read it. Jerk. Probably just... Hey. What's this thing stuck in the pages? A bookmark? With all three of the Parfait girls on it? You left a note. Natsuki. If I remembered where I have seen Parfait girls before. About a year ago I won a grab bag at an anime convention. This book was one of the prizes inside. I didn't recognize the characters then, so I tossed it into my drawer and forgot about it. After I read the first volume, I remembered that I still had it. I thought you might like to have it, since it is your favorite series. Perhaps you find your place. Then he gave me. I don't know what those two are talking about, but Sayori seems pretty excited. She's apparently drawing something on a drawing something on a sheet of paper that she keeps showing Monica. For some reason, I really struggled saying that. I can't see what it is, but it must be good since Monica keeps nodding in approval. While I strain my ears, trying to listen in on their conversation, I suddenly get the impression that I'm not up here by myself anymore. I turn aside to see Natsuki standing near my desk. She turns her eyes away from me as soon as I look at her. Could have been as sheepish. Her knees are pressed close together. Her shoulders are slumped down, and she is holding up the second row of buffet girls with her elbows pulled close to her body. She has a very guilty look on her face. She will occasionally turn her eyes toward me, then back away when we make eye contact. I let her stand there for a moment. I'm a bit nervous about saying anything after her outburst a minute ago. Finally, I muster up some courage. So, you having a rough day? Natsuki looks at me, then turns her eyes away again. She slowly nods her head up and down. Do you want to talk about it? She doesn't look at me this time. She slowly turns her head from side to side. Whatever it is that's bothering her, she appears to want to keep it to herself. Okay. Do you want to read the second volume of Buffet Girls? She looks up at me again. She holds my gaze for a few moments, then turns her eyes to the floor. She sways slightly and starts drawing a circle on the floor with her left foot. I mean, I've heard the second volume is when the plot really picks up. She stops swaying. Her eyes stare up and meet mine. We look into each other's eyes for a few moments, and then, slowly, Natsuki begins to smile. Okay, everyone, it's time to read our poems. Everybody grab a partner and get to it. I get my poem out of my bag and read it over one last time. I put real effort into it last night, and I'm curious to see what Natsuki thinks of it. Yuri seems to be avoiding her, and Sayori is talking to Monica about a poster for something or other. So I decide to show my poem to Natsuki first. It doesn't take Natsuki long to read my poem. Well, what do you think? It's not as long as yesterday's. Your word choice is interesting as well. Oh? How so? Well, yesterday we were using all these fancy words like heaven sent and whirlwind, but now you're using more simple to the point words like games and blanket. I must say, I approve the change. I'm glad I impressed you. Now, hold on a sec. I didn't say you impressed me. I said I approved of the change. You've got a way to go before you impress me. Oh? Well, teach on then, oh mistress of the written word. Give me a moment. I'm a bit paranoid still. Recently had OBS fail on me again while I was recording something. So I'm a bit paranoid right now again. So I check here and there to make sure it's recording. Ha! I'm glad someone noticed. Take a look at this. Amy likes spiders. I do. That's also why I like my Spider Girl manga. The monster without a name. Monster has something like that. It's a girl, but she's also a spider. Like the spider, and it took over the girl. Whatever. Amy likes spiders. Yes. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy upped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. But her friends start to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Alright, pay attention. This poem isn't really about what it seems to be about. The most important person in it is the speaker. Through the speaker's words, we learn more about them than we do about Amy. We find out that he or she is a very cruel, judgmental person who just needs to leave Amy alone and let her enjoy her spiders in peace. Does it make sense to you? So, is Amy a real person?
I don't know, actually. We'll never know.
Ugh! Were you listening at all?
I'm just kidding.
Understood what you were saying. I just need a sec to write that down. Wait, write what down? The stuff you're telling me about poetry. I actually want to get better, so I'm writing down what I learned from all of you. Nobody's ever... well, you have plenty by the time we're done with you. Of course, my advice will be the most useful, so make sure you highlight it or something. Oh, I don't doubt it. I mean, I studied your poem when I wrote mine last night.
You what?
I studied your poem. The Eagles Can Fly one. I picked it up after you threw it away yesterday. It really helped me out while I was writing. Natsuki suddenly goes quiet. I take a moment to look up from my notes. Are you alright? So, you based your poem on my writing? Yeah. Natsuki starts breathing quickly. Hey, are you...
I have to go to the bathroom!
Well, okay then. Okay, get a hold of yourself, Natsuki. That doesn't mean anything, just because he actually paid attention to... No! I can't! I don't want to get hurt. Still. Natsuki hasn't come back yet. I'm just kind of sitting here, awkwardly. Do I move on to the next person or... Oh! There you are. Yeah, well, I
really had to go.
Anyway. Like I said, your poem is much better than yesterday. I'm really impressed. But you said, accept the praise, Ben. Anyway, you can take this poem home to study if you want. I'm done showing it to everyone else, that is. Oh, sure. I mean, it's just for study. Not for any other reason. Okay. Okay. Whatever you say, Natsuki. What's that supposed to mean? Well, there's a lot to absorb here. I don't think I'd be too far off to evaluate to assume that this poem isn't really about a girl who likes spiders, correct? It's fine, Natsuki, really it is. It's just, you're Amy in this poem, aren't you? I mean, you go to great lengths to hide your manga in our club room, so I think I know what this poem is really about. People are just so mean. I know. I used to be around a lot of people like that when I was in the debate club. You were in the debate club, weren't you? Yes, I was. I was in a club mostly full of people who thought they were better than everyone else. I'm ashamed to say I tried to be like them for a while. I guess I want them to accept me. But one day I saw them making fun of a girl at another table who was just minding her own business. They were talking just loud enough so she could hear them. The girl looked she was about to cry and she got up and left. It was right then that I decided that I just didn't want to be like those debate club people. So I guess you could say that I could easily be the speaker in this poem. Wow! I don't think I've ever heard you talk about yourself so much, Monica. Well, I do tend to be a rather private person. And to be fair, you don't really talk about yourself that much either, Natsuki. Well, good point. So, I can't help but notice that the members of our little literature club aren't the most popular people in school. Did you form this club as a sort of safe space for people who, you know, don't fit in? Well, I had several reasons for starting this club, but I really did want it to be a place for people to relax and be themselves. So I suppose your statement would be accurate, Natsuki. Well, I have to say that I'm thankful for this club. Especially since you don't judge me for my love of manga. Well, we all have our spiders, I suppose. We certainly do. Alright, Sayori, I guess it's your turn to share poems. Yay! I've really been looking forward to reading your poem today, Natsuki. I bet it's amazing! Oh, Sayori, stop it! My poems aren't that good. That was token humility. By all means, keep telling me how awesome I am. Anyway, let me show you my poem first. Oh, I'm not reading bottles right now. I'm sorry, it's the longest poem, I think. And I tend to record these rather late. I will go through it fast. I won't put too much effort on rhythm or anything. Bottles. I put with my scalp, like the lid of a cookie jar. A secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. Reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. Put in a bottle to keep it safe. Then put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. And balls all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend puts a certain way down cuts a bottle to save the day. I don't even want to know how fast that is and do some shit. Night after night, more dreams. For another friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper, my fingers go like exploring a dark cave, discovering its secrets, hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends fix my locked front door. Finally, all done. Open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. To throw in my bottles that much, I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time they won't go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. It shatters all over the floor. It's supposed to be for my friends. My friends weren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Sorry, but it's really just ah! It's again with the scroll. You can scroll again and it does this. Anyway, yeah, it's just a long poem and it's a bit too much right now for me. Well, Sayori, this one's a bit more complex than yesterday's. Yep, I want to branch out some. Yeah, so do you really feel this way, Sayori? Oh? What do you mean, Natsuki? Well, this is a poem about making other people happy at the expense of your own happiness. You don't feel that way, do you? Wait, you're a puppy! I don't think you'd ever run out of happiness! Oh, making other people is the most important thing to me. I guess that's why I was born, to be the sunshine in everyone else's lives. Well, that's great and all, but what about the sunshine in your life? Well, if other people are happy, then that makes me happy. So in that sort of sense, bring myself sunshine by bringing everyone else sunshine. Huh. Well, I guess that's alright, but just make sure to focus on yourself some. We used to go out to the beach as a family as well. I think our last trip was in my mom's last days. She wasn't feeling too well, but she insisted we take a trip as a family. I remember building sandcastles and watching the waves wash away my footprints. I kept asking my mom where they went. I remember my dad laughed at that. It may have been the last time I heard him. Alright, we'll write about the beach tonight and compare our poems tomorrow. Deal? Yes. Deal. Alright then. See you tomorrow, Yuri. And you as well, Natsuki. Wow, I haven't thought about that beach trip in a while. I miss those days. Oh! I remember we had a camera with us when we went. Mom and Papa took so many pictures. I think they ended up in a box in the closet. Let me see. Ah, here it is! Wow, there are so many. Here's me playing in the sand. Papa holding me in his lap. And... where's... No. Oh, no. He didn't... He threw the pictures of the mother away because they were too painful, the memories for him. Man, what a day. After the eventful lunch club meeting and the mishap with my new box set of manga, anime, I finally find time to sit and watch a few new episodes. I found I enjoy reading a bit more than I thought I would, but anime is still my first love. A new series is set in a fantasy world and stars a feisty sorceress and her dumb swordsman sidekick. It's a bit slow to start, but I've really gotten into it. So much, in fact, that I've decided to head off to the bookstore to see if they have a manga series based on it. I am in the literature club after all. I should always be looking for new things to read. As I walk to the bookstore where I buy my manga, I find my thoughts drifting to Natsuki. I didn't know what to think of her at first, and I'm honestly still trying to figure her out. She's really all over the place. She really seemed to warm up to me when she found out I like manga, but then she turned on me pretty quickly when I didn't side with her in her argument. She seems to be better now, but I guess she had a hard day, but still. I want to get to know her better, but I'm a little worried that she might be like that all the time. At any rate, I'm at the bookstore now. Let's see what they've got. Let's see. Saint Seiya, Schoolgirls. Here we go, Slayers. I pick up the first volume and head off to find a comfortable place to sit. I like to flip through the volumes to see how they are different, how they are different from the anime before I buy them. I don't really do that. I know I have the tendency to prefer the manga over the anime.
In all instances, even in instances where the anime came before the manga.
The only one where that isn't really the case was Madoka Magica. I think I still really enjoy the anime there more, probably because it was the first. As I turn the corner towards the padded chairs the store provides, I run into a familiar face. Natsuki? Natsuki's in front of a different shelf of manga. She's flipping through one of the volumes. I can't see the cover to tell which one. Ben? What are you doing here? I hold up my volume of manga. Probably the same thing you're doing. She smirks and shows me the cover of the manga she is looking at. It features a lone swordsman facing off against a massive, skinless giant. Attack on Titan? That's a far cry from Perfect Girls. Natsuki sighs as her smirk disappears. Her expression seems almost tired. Yeah, well, a series about battling giants. It kind of fits my mood, I guess. There's a lot packed into that statement. I knew you didn't want to talk about it earlier, but are you doing alright? Natsuki glanced in my direction. The tired expression never leaves her face. I had a discussion with my dad the other day. Nothing major, just kind of put me in a sour mood. Yeah, I've been there. My mom keeps pestering me to go outside more. And I always say, Mom, the anime isn't here. Why would I leave? It pisses her off to no end. Natsuki laughs at that. I haven't really seen the side of her yet. To admit, I kind of like Happy Natsuki. Hey, her smile disappears. Natsuki's expression changes to the guilty look she had earlier today. Look, I'm sorry about, earlier today. Well, that's new. Oh? So I take you did mean it when you said you didn't want me in the club? Well, I did at first. But I guess you're kind of cool. I mean, it's nice to have someone to talk about manga with us all. That's all I meant, of course. That was an odd clarification. Maybe you can tell me what's going on with this Titan series. It's kind of confusing. She hands me the volume she was looking at, then shifts position so she is standing next to me. Well, these giants appear and start eating people, and the last of humanity retreats to a walled city to be safe from them. Here, this place has a diagram. I point to a 2-page spread in the manga. Natsuki leans in close to look at it, then stands up straight again. Maybe it's just me, but she seems to be standing a lot closer to me than she was before. Anyway, the humans train people to use this special gear that lets them swing around at high speeds. Here, take a look at this part. Again, I show Natsuki the pages and she leans in to look at them. When she raises her head back up, she moves in a little bit closer to me. Her hand is practically touching my shoulder. Her head. Must have sounded like hand. Anyway, if I told you any more, I'd spoil it. You should probably read it on your own. Oh? But I like hearing you explain it. I turn to look at her. She's looking right up into my eyes without turning away. I notice her face is slightly red. I mean, you're so good at explaining everything that I figured you just shouldn't stop. Keep talking to me for a while. Just if you wanted to. Oh, Natsuki's acting kind of nervous all of a sudden. If I didn't know any better, there's an awkward moment where I fumble with my words. I'm not really sure how to respond in a situation like this. As I continue to trip over my own words, Natsuki continues to look at me like she's waiting for me to respond. My floundering continues for a moment or two, then I hear the sound of the front door opening. I notice an older man frantically walk into the store. He starts saying a name over and over, not quite a yell, but loud enough for the store to hear him. Haruka. The odd distraction snaps me out of my inelegant trance as I turn to look at the man. Huh, that's weird. I wonder who Haruka is. I turn back toward Natsuki. Her eyes are wide and her face has gone white. Natsuki, how did he find me? Her voice is barely a whisper. Before I can respond, she grabs me and quickly pulls me down behind the bookshelf, out of sight from the old man. Hey! Shh! We are on the other side of the bookshelf now, facing away from the front door. Both of us sitting on the floor. Nat's closer to the edge of the shelf and is peering around the corner to keep tabs on where the old man is standing. Okay, who is that guy and why are you hiding from him? Natsuki responds without looking at me. He's my dad! Huh? Shh! I lean over Natsuki and poke my head around the shelf with her. The man has mostly white hair with only a peppered trace of black. He has a short beard to match. All of his hair is somewhat unkempt and scraggly, and he is wearing a large pair of dark-tinted glasses. His face is weathered and craggy. If I saw him at a glance, I'd assume he was Natsuki's grandfather. Okay, so that's your dad. Why are we hiding from him again? I don't want to see me with a guy. Why? Is he super strict? He's not gonna chase me around with a sword just for talking to you, is he? I don't know. I mean, he's never seen me talk to a guy before. I don't want to know how he'd react. Oh, don't talk to many guys, eh? I'm flattered. Oh, stop her! Natsuki looks around the corner again, then looks back at me. Her expression is almost sad, like she has to leave but doesn't want to. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out some money, which she then hands to me. Could you do me a favor? I was going to buy that woman manga and sneak it home, but with Papa here. Would you mind buying it for me? You can bring it to school tomorrow to hand it off. Sure. But why are you hiding this from your dad? Natsuki looks away. Her pained expression tells me that there is a story behind her actions that she probably doesn't want to share. I decide to wait for another time. Okay, don't worry about it. Meet me at lunch tomorrow and I'll hand it off. She smiles as her eyes light up. Thanks. See you tomorrow. Natsuki takes another look around the bookshelf, then stands up and walks over to her father. I glance over toward them to see what is happening. Natsuki's father seems confused, and he keeps asking for Haruka. She is talking to him quietly as if she is trying to calm him down. The short discussion that I can't hear, the two of them leave the bookstore together. I take a moment to process what I have just seen, and stand up and head to the register with Natsuki's manga. I keep playing the scene out in my head as I walk home. I have so many questions about Natsuki's father, and why she's so afraid to enjoy her hobby around him. Why she is, or 10 years ago. No, Natsuki, I've been thinking. Yes, Mama? What would you think if we took a trip to the beach today? Ah! I'd love to go to the beach, Mama!
No. I don't think your mother's up to it today, Natsuki.
Oh, but Papa, I want to play in the sand and go swim in the water. Please, Mama, can we go? Of course, dear. Go get your swimsuit. Yay!
Natsuki. Oh, she's already run off. Do you know you need your rest? Remember what the doctor said.
The doctor said I have a few months at best. If I don't exert myself, I might be able to add a month or so to that. But I don't want us to remember me as a bedridden invalid in my last days. I wanted to have happy memories of me. Let her have this. Oh.
You're having another spell. Sit down and breathe slowly.
I've got it, thank you.
I don't want to lose you.
My darling, you can't stop this from happening. All you can do is love me for the time we have left. And love our daughter for the both of us when I'm gone.
I don't know if I can handle it without you.
Shh. I love you, Akio.
I love you, Haruka.
The lunch bell rings and I gather my stuff together. As I put my books into my bag, I noticed Natsuki's manga from the bookstore. She told me to give it to her today at school. I figure she'll be at the literature club meeting, but I thought I'd see if I could try to find her before then. Now seems as good a time as any. Sorry, I'm drinking my tea right now. I wander around the cafeteria looking for Natsuki. I've never seen her here during lunch period, but I've also never really looked for her. I look around for a bit, but I'm not really having any luck. After a while, I give up and get in line to order some sweet rolls. I decide to head down one of the less populated halls to eat in peace. This might also be a good time to look over my poem to make sure it's ready for the club meeting. But something catches my eye as I sit down to eat. Natsuki? I just catch a glimpse of Natsuki disappearing around the corner into another hallway. I decide to catch up to her. Hey Natsuki! Wait up! I stand up and walk in the direction I saw her going. As I turn the corner, huh? Where'd she go? Natsuki should have been right here, but I don't see her anywhere. I check around a bit, confused. That's when I notice that one of the doors in the hallway is slightly ajar. Intrigued, I pull it open. Inside is a ladder. I already come this far, so I figure I might as well climb it and see where it leads. After a short ascent, I find myself in front of a door. I always said this door leads to the roof. Honestly, the roof access door should be locked, but security tends to be kinda lax around here. I open the door and step out onto the roof. The roof was closed off to the students a little while ago. It used to be sort of a break area, but parts of it had fallen into disrepair. Sure enough, a portion of the fence on the area to the right of the door has fallen down. I'm struck by how windy it is out here. There is an almost constant stream of light wind that picks up every so often. Despite that, it is very quiet up here. I also never realized just how high our school building is. I'm sorry, I keep checking on here. OBS. I'm really paranoid. I don't know if I'm also going to cut it out so you can't see everything off my screen the whole time. If I'm just going to show it because there's nothing very incriminating on my screen. I also never realized just how high our school building is. I can see most of the town sprawling out below. After taking a look, I turn my head and notice that Natsuki's up here by as well. She's facing away from me with her arms folded. I can't see her face, but I can tell from her body language that she is deep in thought. I almost wonder if I should just leave her be, but I'm curious as to why she is up here by herself. Besides, I still need to get her manga to her. I call out to her. Natsuki! She's visibly startled as she quickly turns around. Ben! How did you find me here? I saw you disappear around the corner and found the door. Oh. She folds her arms again and looks away as if she is unsure of what to say. There's a moment of silence, accentuated by a gust of wind that blows by us. I figure I need to say something. I brought you your manga from last night. Oh, thank you. She still seems like she doesn't know what to say. She's almost acting nervous. So, do you come up here often? Natsuki shifts her weight a little, slightly. Not all the time. I actually found the way up here when I was having a bad day once. Ever since then, I come up here whenever I need to be alone. I mean, literature club is awesome and all, but it's just hard sometimes. There's a lot going on at home, then people at school are jerks. Sometimes I just need some me time, you know? Yeah, I hear that. I reach into my bag and pull out the volume of manga she bought last night. Here's this. Oh, thanks! Natsuki takes the volume from me. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a bookmark. I notice it's the Parfait Girls one I gave her yesterday. She sticks it to the front cover of the manga, then looks at me and smiles. I'll leave it here so I can use it when I start reading. I smile back at her. Glad to see you getting some use out of that. Yeah, well, it helps me find my place. Yeah. We sit in silence for a moment. The wind picks up again and catches Natsuki's pigtails. A few strands of her hair blow in front of her eyes. She's looking intently at me, never once breaking her gaze. I'll just head out head on out so you can have time to yourself. I turn to leave, but, I mean, I said I'd like to be alone up here. But there's no reason we can't be alone together. I chuckled at that statement. Well, if you insist. I mean, I'd never turn down the opportunity to spend time with a cute girl like you. She seems to prickle at that statement. Don't! She gets mad for a moment, but catches herself. She closes her eyes and lets out a breath. Please, don't call me cute. I don't like it. Oh, alright. I'm sorry. That's okay. Suppose I should actually tell people that more often. You do that all the time and people do it anyway. She looks away and blushes slightly. You could call me pretty if you like. Oh? Sure thing. Pretty if you like. She's confused for a moment. Then the realization hits her. She bursts out laughing. You dork! She shoves me as I laugh with her. We sit down to eat lunch together on the rooftop. Natsuki does most of the talking as she gives her opinions on various manga series mixed in with a little bit of school gossip. Honestly, didn't expect to see her so talkative. She's much more easygoing when she's comfortable. Honestly, wish she was like this more often. As the lunch period nears its end, we head down the ladder to get back into the main part of the building. While we are walking, Natsuki starts quizzing me about the new manga she just bought. So, how come humanity has such a hard time fighting these giants anyway? Can't they just use planes and tanks and stuff? Well, humanity seems to have regressed as far as technology. They still have large cannons, but no more planes and tanks. So they use cannons to fight the giants? Yes, but they aren't very effective. Instead, they use these special packs that have grappling cords in them. They can zip around and use swords to cut the weak spots on the back of the giants' necks. What? Sorry. Why don't they just put razors or something on the cannonballs? Because the series is really a study about the best and worst of humanity. Things like that don't really matter. It sounds like an excuse to have cool aerial or sword fighting scenes. Study about the best and worst of humanity, Natsuki! She laughs triumphantly. I'm just about to offer a retort, but I suddenly hear a familiar voice singing in the hallway. My sunshine, my only sunshine. Oh! Ben! Natsuki! Sayori glances back and forth between Natsuki and myself. Just confused, but quickly puts on a happy face. So, you two must have spent lunch together? Yeah, I ran to Natsuki at the bookstore yesterday, and she needed to bring her some manga she bought. Thanks again for that, by the way. Oh, so you two are spending a lot of time together then? That's great! For some reason, that doesn't sound too sincere. I'm glad you're making new friends, Ben. That's why I want you to join the literature club. Anyway, I need to get going. See you both at the school. Sayori skips off down the hall, and Natsuki and I head off to our respective classes. As I walk away, I can just make out Sayori singing to herself from down the hall. My sunshine, my only sunshine. There's a touch of sadness to her voice this time. I can't quite put my finger on why, but for some reason the way Sayori was acting makes me uneasy. The rest of the day drags on, and I finally find myself at the literature club meeting. This is quickly becoming the part of the day I look forward to the most. I enter the club room expecting to greet everyone normally, as well as receive some breaking hug from Sayori, but something is off today. She's sitting at a desk in the corner by herself, kind of moping. I've never seen her like this before. I try to talk to her, but she insists nothing is wrong. I'm not so sure. I discussed them out of fury. She talked about how I'm trying to share Sayori's burden with her. I suppose that is true. Now I'm looking Sayori's way again. Mana gets gone over to talk to her, but I can't hear what they are saying. I admit I'm trying to listen in to their conversation. And suddenly... bonk! Natsuki slaps me in the head with her volume of manga. Hey! Wake up, dummy! You've got some perfect girls to read. Right, sorry. Oh no. First Sayori comes in all gloomy, now you're acting up. Seriously, what's with you two? I don't know. I guess I just hate seeing Sayori unhappy. Things just don't seem right when she isn't smiling. Then, Sayori isn't always smiling. Huh? Ugh. Look, I know you've known her longer than any of us, but But there are some things about her that I don't think you know. There's some things about you that I think you don't understand. So it puts on a strong face, but do you really think she's always bouncy and happy at home? Well, I guess I never thought about it. I don't know what she's going through, but sometimes the face she puts on is the one she thinks people want to see. She could be hurting on the inside, but she doesn't want anyone to know that. I guess I never thought of it that way. How do you know this, Natsuki? Has she told you anything? Well, no. No. Natsuki crosses her arms and looks away. I can tell she's thinking, like she's trying to decide how much to share with me. People like Sayori and me, we need to make our own strength, you know? We don't have anywhere else to draw from. She looks at me sadly. There is a lot of weight to those words. Natsuki, you can tell me what's going on. She looks away again. I get the impression that she's thinking about what she wants to say. What's going on? There's a volume of Fey Girls that isn't being read, and we need to do something about that! I shake my head. Alright, Natsuki. I really don't understand what's going on with her, but she seems hesitant to let me in. I guess I just need to be patient. Read some of Buffet Girls and harmonicas us over to read poems. I think I'm getting better at this poem writing thing. However, I'm really interested to see if I can get some more out of Sayori about what is bothering her. Natsuki is unusually quiet today. She's really looking right at me and she's fidgeting with her hands. I'm not quite sure what to do. So, how about those poems, eh? Oh, right. Sorry, I was thinking about something. Here's my poem for today. Natsuki slowly hands over a piece of paper with her poem on it. However, just as I'm about to start reading it, she quickly snatches it out of my hand. No, not that one! I wrote a different one for you. I mean, so you could study it, of course. Since you're learning it all. I mean, it isn't my best or anything. It's just something I wrote out quickly. Not specifically for you or anything. You probably think it was stupid. So never mind, sorry I brought it up. Whoa, slow down, Natsuki. If you want it, I'm sure it's great. Let me take a look at it. She hesitates as she continues to clutch the paper. Alright, here it is. Just don't say it's terrible or anything since I didn't put much thought into it. Because you. Tomorrow will be brighter with me around, but today is dim. I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say with a shout, but my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars, but when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart, but what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. Because you. So Yuri had hers in like her recitation, her performance, and Natsuki just gave this. Natsuki, this... Don't! Just don't. I don't want to know how you feel about it. I don't want to know if you hate it or think it's stupid. I think I could handle it if you did. I just put it out there and there it is. Let it be what it is. She's unusually nervous and apprehensive. Feeling she just let me see a deeper side of herself. If I didn't know any better... Thank you, Natsuki, for showing me this. I really appreciate it. She glanced in my direction for a moment. You're welcome. Her words are tender and soft, a far cry from her usual brash demeanor. I swear, if you tell anyone about that poem, I'll... Ah, there she is. Oh, a poem about the beach! How fun! Yeah, you and I talked about it, and decided to pick a theme that we would both write about. You know, since we wound up doing that yesterday on our own, Well, I'm glad to see you two are getting along. So tell me, Natsuki, what made you to decide to write about this subject? Well, we got to talking and we both found that we have fond memories of the beach from our childhoods. We both spent a lot of time there with our families. I see. I guess I'm kind of the same way. Oh, look at that! Is Monica going to reveal some of her mysterious past to us today? My past isn't really much of a mystery, Natsuki. I'm just kind of a private person. But anyway, I do in fact have fond memories of spending time with my family at the beach. Lots of beaches, as it turns out. Oh, really? You know you can't just leave it at that, right? Well, I suppose not. My family traveled a lot when I was young. A lot of the places we lived had beaches nearby. We ended up spending a lot of time together in some beach or another. I guess over time, I started to associate the beach with happy times spent with my family. Wow, just like you and I. It looks like it. So, do you and your family still go to the beach together? Not together. Oh, seems like there's a story there. There is, but that's all you get about my past today. Perhaps another time. So, no poem today? Huh? Oh no, I didn't get it done. Sorry. Well, okay. I guess that just gives you more time to admire mine then. Yeah. Here, hey, are you okay? You seem kind of, I don't know, out of it. Oh, I'm just tired. You know, with planning the festival and all, it's taken a lot out of me. Yeah, I bet. It seems like a pretty big job. But I know you and Monica have a good plan, so we'll all work to make it a great festival for all of us. I'm really looking forward to getting together with everyone this weekend. We haven't all really hung out outside of school before. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Maybe I'll write a poem to share with everyone since I don't have one today. Sure. Can't wait to read it. Speaking of which, here's my poem for today. Here we get the beach. I'll be your beach. Your mind is full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in the way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your every thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams, and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in the footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in the way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you learn to love yourself again. Oh, the beach. Yeah, that was your idea. Since we wound up writing about the same thing yesterday, we decided to pick a topic we could both write about. This is a little longer than I had intended. It's a little out of my comfort zone, but it's good to branch out, I guess. I hope Yui's influence isn't rubbing off on me. I mean, if I start writing like her, it'd take forever to finish reading our poems. Natsuki, who is this about? Huh? Oh, well, no one in particular. It isn't Ben, is it? Huh? I mean, what makes you say that? Well, you two were at lunch with each other today, and you both like manga. I mean, you two would make a great couple. What? Well, I mean, I am pretty great. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if you felt that way about me. But, you know, it's not like I wrote this for him or anything. I mean, why do you care? Oh, it's nothing, Natsuki. Just put it out of your mind. I'm just glad to see you two are becoming friends, that's all. Oh, well, thanks. I mean, He's no dummy. Right. After the poem reading, Monica has us all together. Monica seems to be pretty excited about something, but I'm totally in the dark. Monica tells us about plans for all of us to go over to her house over the weekend to discuss planning our festival. About plans for all of us to go. Okay. That sounds like a good time. I wouldn't complain about spending a day with 4 gorgeous girls. Unfortunately. Actually, guys, that's the thing I needed to talk to you about. I can't have you all over this weekend. Monica won't say why, but she can't have us over. The mood dampens quickly. Everyone is really disappointed. I kind of wish there was something I could do to help. Hey, wait a minute! Are my parents out of town for the weekend? Hey guys, just a thought, but why don't we move it to my house? They all stop talking and look at me. I'm a bit surprised that those words came out of my mouth. Normally, I'm too nervous to really talk to girls. I mean, I'm good for a good pickup line or two, but actual conversations? Not so much. And now, here I am inviting a group of girls over to my house. After some discussion, they decide to come over one at a time throughout the weekend. Natsuki will be coming over on Sunday to bake cupcakes. After setting up a few preparations with the others, I head over to talk to her. Hey, I need to get your number so we can figure out what time to get together on Sunday. Oh, right! Natsuki snatches my phone from my hand and then starts entering her information into it. When she's finished, she hands it back as if she's giving me some kind of treasure. There, you got my number. Don't let it go to your head! I put my phone back in my pocket. I will try to use this new information as a force for justice. Nice. I might send you a few texts over the weekend. You know, just to make sure I got the number right. That's fine, you can text me anytime. I'll be bringing the supplies over, but you may have some stuff we'll need already. I'll make a list and get back to you. Ugh. I'm also going to have to find an excuse to get out of the house for a few hours on Sunday. Why don't you just tell your dad you're going over to a friend's house? Well, I don't really... Natsuki gets quiet. Maybe I should change the subject. Do you and your dad talk much? Smooth transition there, Ben. Not really. I mean, we used to talk more, but he's not much for conversation these days. Whoa. That's a bit heavier of an answer than I expected. I'm sorry to hear that. Actually, there's something important to talk to him about that I've kind of been putting off. I'm interested to hear more, but I feel that I shouldn't pry. Well, why haven't you? I don't know how he will react. I guess I'm scared of making him mad. Well, he's your dad, isn't he? My parents get mad at me sometimes, but we always work it out. I guess I feel like I always know I'm loved, even if they aren't happy with me. Lucky. Huh? Nothing! Anyway, it's not big of a deal. Like I said, I'll get back to you about what I need. Talk to you later! Alright, later. I get up my stuff and head out the door. So I slipped out early when I wasn't looking, so my walk home is lonely. I take some time to think about how she was acting today. I'm still uneasy about the way she was behaving. Hopefully she'll be in better spirits tomorrow. I also think about Natsuki. I don't know why, but I find myself feeling a bit worried about her. Hope her conversation with her father goes alright. I'm still a bit worried about how this weekend will turn out. Papa, we need to talk. I don't bring this up very often, but it's about Mom. I know, we don't talk about her. But I think we need to discuss this. I found this box of pictures the other day. Yes. The beach. We went to the beach. Yes, Papa, we went to the beach. All of us. How come Mom isn't in any of these pictures? Mom was there. I know she was in these pictures. You cut her out of them, didn't you? Why? It hurts. It hurts to remember. I know it hurts, Papa. It hurts me too. But we don't talk about it anymore. We've never talked about what happened. I need to remember her. I need to forget. That isn't fair. I want to remember her. I've already lost her once. If she's cut out completely, it's like she died all over again. Haruka.
You say you need to forget, yet you keep calling me by her name? Haruka, please. Stop it! Stop calling me by her name! She's gone, Papa! Stop. She's gone, but I'm not. I can't lose you too. I need you to be a father to me. I need to talk about this. Stop. No, I won't stop. I need you, Papa. Is that all it takes? She was saying something else before. Please, is that all it takes to get you to notice me? Well, I guess my excuse to leave the house wasn't as hard as I thought. All I had to do was walk out the door. Papa didn't even... I hope his house is close. The stuff is getting heavy. Oh. Hey, Sayori! Natsuki! Hey! Hey, where you off to? I was just going to stop by Ben's house. I left my bag there yesterday. Well, I made it over there now. Oh, that's right! You two are baking today. Yep. Hey, maybe we could come over for a bit. It'd be like an unofficial literature club meeting. Oh, I don't know. I won't want to get in the way or anything. Nah, it'll be fun. Besides, you know, Sayori, I've always appreciated the way you... Natsuki, are you wearing makeup? So what if I am? I mean, I like to wear makeup sometimes. I've never seen you wear it before. Well, sometimes I just like to, okay? I see what's going on. I'll just head on home now. Have fun with Ben. Did you have fun with Ben, okay? Sayori, wait! Ugh, I wonder what that was all about. She's probably wearing makeup in case... I wonder, is it still showing like the mark he left? I'm wondering if she's like wearing makeup to avoid, like if a mark is left to avoid showing that mark. And if Sayori assumed on the other hand that it was because and she was like wearing it to complete the face. And Sayori was thinking it's all about him. Man, what a weekend this has been. Yesterday was absolutely insane. First we came over acting really energetic, then after she calmed down, we had an incident on the stairs, then she went out crying. Honestly can't figure out what's going on with her. Never seen her act so erratic before. I'm kind of worried. She left it back here when she went out, so I've decided to drop it off later today. Next, Yuri came over. I was kind of expecting things to go a lot smoother with her. Yuri is pretty quiet after all, but things got weird with her as well. We had sort of an almost intimate encounter, and then she started talking about how I was her muse and stuff like that. I blame her all diffuser personally. And today Natsuki's coming over so we can make cupcakes. Well, I'm a little bit worried about how this all will go. I'm holding on to a bit of hope that things won't get awkward. While I'm waiting for her to arrive, I decide to take some of my anime stuff out of the closet. Natsuki seems to get this part of me, so I don't feel like I need to hide it. It's interesting. At first, Natsuki and I were afraid to discuss manga and stuff around each other. Now I feel like I can be myself around her, and I assume she feels the same. It's a nice feeling to have someone I can share my stuff with. So arranging my Machamp figures, I hear a knock on the front door. I head downstairs to answer it. Open the door and find Natsuki standing on my porch holding 2 large paper sacks full of cooking supplies. Hey there, Ben! I carried these all the way from the store. Your turn! She thrusts it back into my arms. Oof! Ugh, these are heavy! Natsuki stretches her arms above her head while giving me a big cat-like grin. Yeah, well, I guess they are kinda heavy. Very funny. I scurried to the kitchen while holding the bags. No way I'm dropping these in front of her. I managed to set them down on the counter right before I lose my grip on them. I exhale, then quickly turn around and strike a flexing pose, right as Natsuki walks into the kitchen. She's less than impressed. My hero. Natsuki turns around to look over the kitchen. I take this quick opportunity to lean against the counter to catch my breath.
This is a pretty nice kitchen. She starts to turn around. I quickly manage to stand up straight before she sees me slumped over. Yeah, I guess it's pretty nice. Natsuki opens the pantry and takes stock of what is there. Wow, all full up. I might even be able to find some extra supplies to make the cupcakes with. I nod in agreement. Did you eat before you came over? I was just about to grab something. It's about noon and I haven't had a chance to eat anything yet. I guess it is about that time. What do you have? Well, open up the fridge. Let's see. I pull out 3 pizza boxes. A few slices of cheese. About 3 pepperoni slices. I'll fight you for those, by the way. And some balsamic salami slices. That's this place's specialty. Natsuki's face twists into a disgusted expression. You sure eat a lot of pizza? I shrug. Well, normally my mom cooks. But both my parents are out of town this weekend, so I had to improvise. Natsuki's mouth drops open. You mean to tell me that you have a fully stocked kitchen with all these supplies, and you've been eating nothing but pizza for the last 3 days? Well, yeah. Her sharp expression widens. Oh, you poor boy. She picks up the boxes and shoves them back into the fridge. Hey! She turns and gives me a glare. Any protest I was planning on giving has been lost. I am not living here without getting you some real food. She smiles confidently. Luckily, you are standing in front of the best chef in town. She again opens the pantry and takes stock of what is there. Let's see. Lettuce, tomatoes, avocado, salt, and pepper. I didn't know I saw some mayo and bacon in the fridge. She gathers the ingredients she names off, then gathers a cutting board and a knife. Alright! Give me 20 minutes! She pushes me out of the kitchen. I sit down on the couch and continue reading a manga I just started. I can hear the sound of the oven opening mixed in with Natsuki's quickly cutting various things. 20 minutes, she exits the kitchen with a tray. At first glance, it appears to be full of sushi, but upon close inspection, the rolls are made of bacon. The inside part is filled with lettuce, tomatoes, and avocados. Ta-da! BLT sushi rolls. Huh? I didn't even know you could do that with sushi. Trust me, I can make something great with just about anything on hand. Go ahead, try one. I pick up one of the rolls and pop it into my mouth. Wow! The flavor is incredible. I hungrily grab for a whole handful. Hey now, save some for me! We quickly divide the pieces and sit down for a quick lunch. I finish mine pretty quickly, but Natsuki seems to be eating hers a bit slowly. I'm contemplating swiping one of her pieces. Nope. She quickly grabs her plate and moves it just out of my reach. Hey, how did you... I know that look. You've got the same look on your face that Sayori gets when she's about to swipe food. It's not my fault you ate yours so quickly. Just one more. Natsuki holds up one of the rolls like she is thinking about giving it to me. I smile with anticipation. Nope! She stuffs the roll in her mouth while giving me a sly grin. My smile fades. Natsuki covers her mouth and laughs. So I have convinced you that homemade food is better than leftover pizza? So have I convinced you? I'll say. Good! It's important to learn to cook food yourself. That way you can feed yourself and all your friends that come over. That sounds hard. Why can't I just eat what you cook? I'll happily eat anything you make. She seems slightly taken aback by that comment. Well, I can't come over every time you want a meal, dummy. You're just gonna have to grow up and do it yourself. Anyway, we need to get started on the cupcakes. The cupcakes! She stands up quickly and starts pulling supplies out of the bags she brought. She seems to be keeping her head turned away from me. I'm going to be shuffling in the background. I hope it's not too audible, but there's something I want to check real quick. However, every now and then I catch a glimpse of her face. She is blushing bright red. I start to clean up the lunch stuff as she sets out 2 bowls and several cooking sheets with muffin-shaped indents. She pours a few ingredients into one of the bowls and stirs them quickly. After adding some more ingredients, she pours the mixture into the cooking sheets and puts them into the oven. Those will need to cook for a while. We'll mix makes the icing when they are about to come out? Give me a moment. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I was just doing something that's further away from the PC. And the headphones, I prefer things with wires. I'll be honest, like even my little headphones that I use for listening to music while on the train or on the bus or something, they have wires because I prefer them with wires. Otherwise, I get paranoid, actually. And the same goes for the PC headphones. Generally, they're not the greatest headphones. They're just there to work. Anyway, it is a bit annoying when I'm trying to do something further away in the room. Oh, actually, it was closer to the door than the PC, so... Just further away from the PC, that's what I meant. And there was something I need to check on. Who makes the icing when they are about to come out? That way it won't harm too much. So, we've got some time to kill. Manga? Thought you'd never ask! We decided to stay near the kitchen so we can keep tabs on the cupcakes. I head to my room to grab a few manga series that I think Natsuki might find interesting. I come back with about 20 volumes in my arms. Natsuki and I spend a good amount of time just flipping through them one after the other. I'm sorry for stopping. Every so often, she'll find one that keeps her interest and we'll read some of it. She asks me questions about them to decide whether or not she wants to keep reading. All in all, it's a pretty laid-back way to spend the afternoon. After all the drama from yesterday, I'm glad that I can finally just sit and relax. Then the oven, Natsuki closes the manga she is reading and tosses it onto the table. I don't think Full Metal Alchemist is the series for me. I know that one. Really? You haven't gotten that far into it? It's just... well, the two brothers are trying to bring their dead mother back to life. That just kinda is all close to home for me today. Close to manga that I am reading. I don't think you've ever told me about your mother. Nat glances at me out of the corner of her eye, then looks away again. My mom passed away when I was 7. She'd been sick for about a year or so it wasn't really a surprise to my dad. But I was just a little girl, so I had no idea what was going on. I didn't understand why Mama wasn't there anymore. 7? Maybe it's me. I know it's been a long time, but... I still miss her a lot. Usually I can handle it, but some days are harder than others, you know? Natsuki looks back at me with sad eyes. I'm really sorry to hear about that, Natsuki. Thanks. She picks up a different volume of manga from the stack. Honestly, it sounds weird, but reading manga kind of helps. Really? How so? Well, I actually just told this story to Yuri the other day. When I was really young, Mama would drag me to the supermarket to go shopping with her. Oh, I hated it so much. It was so boring. I'd cry and whine, but she still took me anyway. So one day, while we were at the store, Mama picked up a volume of Buffet Girls and told me that she'd buy it for me if I was good. I didn't know what it was exactly, but the cover was colorful and the characters looked nice. I behaved and got my reward. Mama helped me read it that night. She did different voices for the characters. I loved it when she did that. Aina had a really high-pitched, squeaky voice, while Alice had a snooty-sounding voice. Mama made me laugh so much while she read it to me. Anyway, the supermarket trips became much more fun after that. I'd be good, and she'd buy me manga, and read it to me in her silly voices when we got home. It kind of became our thing, you know? She looks longingly at the cover of the manga volume in her hand and smiles. I guess reading manga is kind of like a path back to her, in a way. She closes her eyes as a soft, serene expression passes over her face. Sometimes, when I read, I can still hear her reading along with me in her silly voices. She holds that expression for a little while. Eventually, she puts the volume down and flicks some moisture out of her eyes. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get all blubbery out on you there. No, it's fine. Thank you for telling me about it. Natsuki comes my direction and smiles. It is a warm, caring smile that I haven't seen her give very often. A smile that says thanks without saying a word. Anyway, I can smell the cupcakes. I think we're about ready for the icing. I put down the volume I am holding and we head back into the kitchen. I take the bread part of the cupcakes out of the oven while Natsuki mixes some ingredients into the other bowl. Alright, I'll start getting the bread into the wrappers. I need to keep stirring the icing so it doesn't harden too much. I keep stirring like Natsuki instructs while she preps the bread. My arm is starting to get tired when she finally takes the bowl from me. Alright, it's right consistency. Get ready to see a master at work! Natsuki divides the icing into a few smaller bowls. She adds different dyes and flavorings to the bowls so that each one is different. Then she applies a base of frosting to all of the cupcakes. After that, she uses some baking tools to apply the icing to the cupcakes so they make different designs. Some of them have her now famous cat design, while others have different animals like rabbits and frogs. Still other cupcakes have more abstract designs on them, like stars and hearts. Finally, about 5 of them have some fairly complex designs on them. One looks like a moon peeking out from behind clouds on a small night sky. Another is decorated to look like a small beach scene. Wow, those are really cool. I got this idea from Sayo and Monica. They suggested that the first couple of people to join the club can get special cupcakes as an incentive. I sent a picture of the designs on my phone. What are you doing? Hey, these are works of art! And they're going to be get eaten, aren't they? I figured I'd take pictures of them. Be a shame for art like this to just go away and be forgotten. Natsuki looks at me with a surprised expression. Whatever. She stems for a moment before turning her head away. Sure, I guess. I mean, not dummy, but... Ugh! She doesn't seem to know how to react to this. I decide I need to do something to change the mood. Hey, Natsuki, you've got a bit of icing on your face. I do? Where? I reach my finger into the large mixing bowl and scoop out a bit of icing onto my finger. Then I quickly smear the icing onto Natsuki's nose. Right there! I start laughing as Natsuki shoots a perplexed look at the small dab of icing. Suddenly she looks at me and her eyes narrow. She flicks the icing away and reaches into the bowl with her other hand, skipping some icing onto her finger. Oh, it's on! She lunges at me with her finger outstretched, trying to smear me in the face with a bit of icing. I dodge and move away from her, laughing the whole time. We continue like this for some time, taunting and laughing. Finally, she manages to corner me. Got you now! I'm trapped. But there's no way I'm letting getting icing on my face! As Natsuki leans in for the kill, I manage to grab her wrist and hold it away from me. Hey! No fair! I don't remember there being any ground rules, Natsuki. She reaches over with her other hand, like she is trying to free herself up. But I managed to catch her by her other wrist. Now I have my hands around both of her wrists, and I am holding her hands up by her head. Ha! Looks like I win! I smile big to celebrate my victory. However, my excitement disappears the moment I look at Natsuki's face. Yep, so... Her normally proud and haughty expression is suddenly timid and meek. She looks absolutely terrified. And instead of a smug remark or witty comment, Natsuki's silence aside from some barely audible whimpering. I'm completely stunned by this sudden shift. Natsuki? Are you... She continues to look at me like I'm some kind of monster. The bit of icing has already slipped off of her finger. She doesn't seem to notice. Finally, she managed to say something. Her voice is barely a whisper. Please? Let me go. Please. I said I'm still holding onto her wrists. I release them and slowly step away from her. Natsuki grips her wrist while continuing to look at me with her frightened expression. I need a moment. She runs off into the next room. I'm totally at a loss to explain what just happened. Did I do something wrong? I decide to let her be. She probably needs her space. I start picking up some of the cooking supplies. I don't really know what else to do. 7 minutes pass. I'm worried about her, but I don't know what I should do in this situation. Finally, Natsuki returns to the kitchen. She walks in right as I finish putting away the bowls and other supplies. Her eyes are a little red, but she seems more composed than she was before. It's an awkward feeling lingering between us. Did you cry? Natsuki, I'm sorry about him. No, it's fine. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just, I'm a mess. There's so much going on with me that I'm just not ready to share. I mean, I don't know. Ugh! I sound like an idiot! No, you're fine. Just say whatever you need to. I'll listen. Again, Natsuki looks at me with a surprised expression. Why are you so nice to me? I shrug. Why shouldn't I? Why wouldn't I be? She holds a confused expression, then looks down at the floor. Because I don't deserve it. I know what everyone thinks of me. I'm tough and mean. I don't put up with anybody's crap. I know how everyone thinks I'm weird, that I'm a cute girl like me. It's weird that a cute girl like me can be so tough. But they know everything about me. Natsuki, I know you and I didn't get off on the right foot. But I feel like I've really gotten to know you over the last few days. I don't know what's going on with you. But I do know that you don't need to say all those things about yourself. Natsuki looks up at me again. She's trying to hide her expression, but I get the impression that she's trying not to cry. Could you help me gather up the rest of the stuff? Of course. She and I put away all of the supplies we used. All of the things managed to fit into one bag now. We agreed that I should keep the cupcakes at my house tonight and bring them to school tomorrow. Finally, she takes her bag by the handle and we head out the front door. She is being uncharacteristically quiet as we walk outside. Just as we reach the gate in front of my house, she stops suddenly and puts down the bag. Natsuki? Is everything... I don't get an opportunity to finish that question. Natsuki quickly turns around and grasps my shirt as she buries her head in my chest. She is shaking slightly. Everything seems to stop for just a moment as we stand in silence. Everything stops for a moment. Natsuki, Yuri, and Zane. Finally she speaks. Her voice is a soft, timid whisper. I know you probably don't feel the way I do. I don't think anybody could feel that way about me. But if you could just put your arms around me for a second, so maybe just for a little while, I could pretend that someone cared about me. I'm stunned. Instinctively, I put my arms around her and hold her close. She never once looks up at me. Your hugs, they're so warm. I wish I didn't. Natsuki, what's going on? She continues to hold on to me for a little while longer. Then she breaks away and wipes her eyes. Nothing. I'm sorry, I just had a rough week, is all. Just spending the afternoon with you was... But spending the afternoon with you was so nice. I guess I just don't want it to end. I have to admit, hearing that makes my heart skip a little. I mean, am I really getting flustered around Natsuki? We could, get together and do something another time. I mean, Natsuki chuckles a little. Yeah, I'd like that. My face feels warm. I hope I'm not blushing. Right! And we'll all be at the festival tomorrow. So, that'll be fun. Yeah. All of us. It'll be fun. Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you tomorrow. She picks up her bag and starts to walk away. I start to head back inside when I hear her call out to me. Oh, Ben? If Yuri shows up tomorrow, and if I happen to slip my arm into yours in front of her, just play along, okay? Okay? Awesome! See ya! I feel like I missed a conversation in there somewhere. I walk back up to my room, plop down in my chair, and lean my head on my desk. Ugh. Natsuki too. I'm not the quickest guy on the planet, but I have a feeling that I'm in the middle of some kind of love trap polygon. Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki as well. I've never had any luck with the opposite sex before. Now suddenly I feel like I'm in the middle of an impending collision. I'm really worried about what will happen at the festival tomorrow. Oh well, no way to go but forward, I suppose. I just hope nobody gets hurt.